April 14th, 1865. The war was finally over. America was celebrating its rebirth. But in a dark theater in Washington, D.C., a single gunshot would echo through eternity. That night, freedom itself held its breath. This is the night President Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, the moment that changed the soul of a nation forever. The Civil War had torn America apart for 4 long, bloody years. Over 600,000 lives were lost. Brothers fought brothers, cities burned, and the dream of one nation, indivisible, nearly vanished. But by April 1865, hope had returned. General Robert E. Lee had surrendered to Ulysses S. Grant at Appomattox Courthouse. Across the North, bells rang, people danced in the streets, and soldiers embraced one another. And at the center of it all stood a tired but smiling Abraham Lincoln, the man who had carried the burden of the Union on his shoulders. Lincoln, softly, "Let us strive on to finish the work we are in, to bind up the nation's wounds." That Good Friday, Lincoln decided to do something he hadn't done in months: take his wife to the theater. Ford's Theater, Washington, D.C., a cheerful comedy was being performed, Our American Cousin. The President and Mrs. Lincoln arrived late, around 8:30 p.m. The audience rose to their feet, cheering, waving handkerchiefs. Actor on stage, shouting, "Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States!" Lincoln bowed gently from the balcony box, a rare smile on his face. He seemed, for the first time in years, at peace. But in the crowd that night was a man whose peace had already turned to rage. John Wilkes Booth, a famous actor and Confederate sympathizer. Booth had been planning this moment for weeks. To him, Lincoln was a tyrant, the destroyer of the South. He believed killing the president would save his beloved Confederacy. He knew the theater well. He'd performed there many times. On this night, he slipped through the familiar corridors, armed with a small Derringer pistol and a hunting knife. At around 10:15 p.m., as laughter filled the air at a funny line in the play, Booth quietly opened the door to the presidential box. He raised his pistol. Bang! The bullet struck Lincoln behind the left ear. Mary Lincoln screamed. Major Henry Rathbone tried to seize Booth, but Booth slashed him with the knife and leapt from the balcony, shouting, "Sic semper tyrannis! Thus always to tyrants!" He landed awkwardly, breaking his leg, but managed to escape through the back door, mounting his horse into the darkness. Chaos erupted. The theater turned into a nightmare. Soldiers and doctors rushed to the president's side. Lincoln was carried across the street to a small boarding house, the Peterson House. He was laid diagonally across a bed too small for his tall frame. All night, cabinet members, doctors, and soldiers gathered in silence. Witness whispered, "The great heart is failing." At 7:22 a.m., April 15th, Abraham Lincoln, the man who saved the Union, took his final breath. Secretary of War Edwin Stanton stood by his side and said quietly, "Now he belongs to the ages." Booth's escape sparked one of the largest manhunts in American history. For 12 days, he fled through Maryland and Virginia, hiding in barns and forests. Union soldiers finally trapped him in a tobacco barn near Port Royal, Virginia. When Booth refused to surrender, the soldiers set the barn ablaze. A gunshot rang out, and the assassin who killed a president fell dead among the flames. But Lincoln's death did not kill his dream. His words of government of the people, by the people, for the people became the moral compass of America's rebirth. The nation mourned, but it also resolved to continue his vision: unity, freedom, and justice.
Every April 14th, Ford's Theater remains silent for a moment at 10:15 p.m., the exact time the shot was fired. Visitors still stand before the Peterson House, where Lincoln died, feeling the weight of that night. Because that single gunshot didn't just take a man's life. It tested whether America's ideals could survive tragedy. And they did. Through every storm, every division, every test, Lincoln's legacy whispers through history. With malice to none, with charity for all.